Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Empower Queen Show. And you have the honor of having your host in front of you today, Marshea Mayfield, known as the Result-Driven Coach. And I am so excited to be here with you today. I'm super excited with the guest that we have for you today. Her name is Anita Daniels. And Anita, guys, is going to share with you how to live, how to continue living when you're faced with tragedy, things that you cannot control, things that you have absolutely no control over. And the reason I'm so excited to have her, because I know that if someone on this call, someone that's watching, someone that's viewing, someone that's listening, has been faced with some type of pain. And at some point or some time, it caused them to stop. It caused them to not move forward. And so I asked Anita if she would come on today and if she would share with you all. And ladies and gentlemen, when you hear her story of how she overcame so much hurt and so much pain, I want you to embrace it. Not feel sorry for it. I want you to embrace it and to know that you too can overcome. Because this is one of the steps of being and owning your kingdomship and being that empowered queen, guys. So Anita, thank you so much for being here with us today.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So Anita, first of all, tell us, Anita is also an entrepreneur. So tell us what it is that you do, Anita.
I am the CEO of Perfect Proofing. I proofread, edit, and revise documents. I am also a virtual assistant. And I assist usually small business owners, entrepreneurs with their businesses to continue.
Now, I want you to elaborate on that, because I think I know a lot of people really don't understand what is a virtual assistant. So can you share a little more details with us about that, please?
Sure. As a virtual assistant, I do the things that will free up the time for my clients to be able to take care of their clients. So I take care of their emails. I take care of their scheduling. I take care of their calls. I take care of all of the behind the scene things that need to happen for my clients so that they can take care of their clients.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Now, that's a lifesaver, guys. So I encourage you that if you're an entrepreneur, you're a small business owner, and you need some help, because if you're like me, a lot of times we wear the hats. We wear all the hats. And so Anita seems like that she offers a service that could assist you with wearing some of those hats, being an extra hand for you. Is that correct, Anita?
That's correct. That is exactly what I do.
Awesome. Awesome. So Anita, let's get down to the meat of this thing. I want you to share with our listeners and our viewers, how were you affected by tragedy? What happened in your life?
I have had so much tragedy in the form of death happen within my life. It started 23 years ago. I lost my daughter. That was my first thing. It was about 23 years ago. She passed away from heart disease. And fast forward, 5 years ago, I lost my mom, who was the backbone of my family. She was my best friend. She was my confidant. She was my cheerleader. She was my go-to person. She was my all in all. And I lost her. And if you can imagine being 43 and losing the one person that you had known your entire life, that was the one person that was with me through everything. And being 43 and losing her was probably the toughest thing that I've had to go through. So I lose my mom 2 years later, 2 years and a few months later, I lose my father. Wow. And again, a huge tragedy, something that it took me by storm. And it was such a tumultuous time because I lost my mom to colon cancer and I lost my father to lung cancer. Wow. Just 2 years and a few months apart. And moving on, didn't stop there. 2 weeks later, I lost my stepfather to heart disease. So those were 3 hits back to back. Now, remember, I lost my daughter 23 years ago. Well, I got through that. I dealt with that. Then I come up and then I lose my mom, who is all that I knew, was my closest confidant, everything to me. Then I lose my dad. I lose my stepdad. Almost a year later to my dad and my stepdad, I lost my grandfather.
Wow.
Who was another influence in my life. And so that was another shocking point period for me. And so now, the timeline keeps going. 6 months later, I lost my uncle, my mom's brother.
Wow.
Again, unexpected. It was just a shock. 3 months after losing him, I lost my great aunt, who was another vital part in my growth. From growing from a young child to an adult, this was one of the people that influenced me. We were a close-knit family. So then I lost her. So I've had a lot of tragedy in the form of death happen to me in a very short period of time.
Wow.
And so I've had to try to overcome that and keep going.
So with all those hurt, the different things that cause you hurt and pain, as a mother, I personally can't even imagine, losing a child. And I get chills and emotions just thinking about it. How did you keep going? How did you continue to push despite the feelings and the hurt and the pain that you was experiencing?
Prayer. People prayed for me. I prayed for myself. And I just decided that I can't stop living. No one that passed away would have said to me, I want you to join me. No, they would have all said, keep living. And so through much prayer, I kept going. I kept fighting. And I'm still going to this day. It affected me. I'll never say it didn't affect me. It affected me in ways that, still bothers me today. I still get emotional. I still go through those times. But, when you believe in God, you believe in the power of prayer. Prayer does it. It works wonders and it works miracles. So
that's awesome. What are some signs that you would like to call out to help people to recognize when they're dealing with tragedy? What are some things that you would like to bring to their attention that you're not being an overcomer? This thing is about to consume you.
The biggest thing that I think I saw was the fact that I was withdrawing from people. I just didn't want to be around people. I didn't care anything about socializing. I didn't care anything about communicating. It was just total withdrawal. And you can see yourself withdrawing. I mean, that, you go to work, you come home, you don't do anything more. You don't answer phones, you don't answer doors. I went to my room and I went to bed.
Wow.
That's what I did a lot in the beginning. I mean, the very first couple of weeks, and you'll find yourself, for myself, I probably didn't grieve until about 6 months after I had buried my mom. So at that point is when I withdrew, and I saw it happening. So I immediately went into attack mode with making sure that I didn't go into a deep depression. So at that point in time, I just forced myself to get up. Keep going.
Awesome. So would you tell the listeners, when they feel themselves going into this place of withdrawal, this place of, sleeping and just not want to be, desiring to be bothered or communicating, what would you tell them to help them to hold on and to fight? What could you share with them?
I would say, again, and I know it sounds so cliche, but I would again say prayer is very powerful. You need to go to God in prayer. That's the first thing. Whoever your God is, pray. Second of all, if you need assistance, seek help. There are professionals that's there to help you. Go get the professional help that you need to overcome these tragedies and to, lift yourself back up. And third of all, I just committed to not dying along with the people that I lost.
Wow. It's deep.
I wasn't going to die with them. I had to keep living. I have 2 children and a grandchild that I still have to move for. I need to move for myself. I have a grandmother who's old. I have a brother who loves me. I have people that's still in my corner. So I had to continue to fight and get up and move for myself and for my family. So, seek the attention, seek the help that you need, and just keep fighting.
Awesome. Anita, I want to stop there and just talk about this. I know many women, especially African American, we do tend to close up, meaning because we've all been taught, I don't know if you can relate to this, we've been taught that what goes on in my house stays in my house. And so that legacy of learning and pouring into us, our families, telling us, I know my mother say that whatever go on in this house, it stays here. And yes, ma'am, you couldn't even go to the school and tell your teacher what was happening because you was terrified. But what that do as we continue to grow and become adults, we still have this thought, to know that I shouldn't tell this. And so it prevents us from seeking professional help. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that 100%. And yes, that I did. I heard the same thing in my home growing up. What goes on in this house stays in this house. It does not go outside that front door. And, yes, we did go through that. But, as we grow, we have to expand. We have to grow internally, outward. So we have to bury some of those thoughts. We have to dismiss some of those things that we have been taught. Yes. And we have to empower ourselves. And if empowering me means going to get the assistance, the professional help that I need, then that's what I will do.
Awesome.
So we have to learn that, yes, okay, some of the things that we've taught, we need to stick with. Some of those teachings, they're vital to our health. So we do need to follow some of those teachings. However, some of them, it was just that old African-American tradition.
I agree.
And it has created so much rift within some of our families because we're afraid to get the help that we need. So we just kind of sink. So I just think that that's one of those things that we have to let that teaching go. And we have to get the assistance that we need so that we can grow. I mean, because if we don't, it stunts our growth.
I agree. And while we're talking about growth, I want you to share with the listeners and the viewers, because one of the things, guys, I want you to understand, Anita is sharing her moment of tragedy. But Anita have conquered and accomplished so many things from the 23 years ago that she could have just laid there and just sobbed daily. Anita, can you tell us some of the things that you would say you're happy and you're proud about that you've completed in the 23 years that you've experienced this tragedy?
I have, and this is probably the hardest part for me because I don't brag on myself. I don't.
But sometimes we deserve to do that, right?
But yes, we do. So I have completed my undergraduate degree in social work. I have completed my master's degree in business. I have raised 2 successful children. I have gotten a good job. I'm employed and I'm happy where I am. I have also become an entrepreneur. One of the things that I never thought that I would be able to do is one of the things that I'm most excited about. And one of the things that makes me feel so accomplished for myself is that the fact that I have become an entrepreneur. And so those are just some of the things that I've done in those 23 years following my initial tragedy.
Yes. Listen, catch that, grab that, hold that, embrace that, because what I want you to understand today is that you have absolutely no excuse not to continue, not to push, not to fight, because it's not too late. And as Anita said, that she knows that her mother, her father, her stepfather, her aunt, her uncle would not desire for her to quit. So I asked you this question. Would that loved one desire you to give up? That husband that walked out on you and your kids are looking up to you, would they desire you to quit? They're saying, Mama, you can do it. Keep fighting. So whoever or however, whomever you're facing tragedy in your life, you got to know this is an example here to you that you can continue to push. You can continue to fight because as I stated earlier, I'm a mother and only God knows how I would react to losing a child. I could not imagine. I would not even try to imagine to put myself in their shoes. But she has shared her testimony with you and with I how to overcome, to trust God, to truly trust God, to trust yourself, to seek help and support in the areas that you needed. I mean, it couldn't have been no better. Anita, you have been amazing. And I really do appreciate you for being transparent with the listeners and with the viewers. Because as I embark this journey, I see so many women not really owning their worth and their value. And a lot of that reason is because of the damage that has been stored upon us, prior to now in life. As we was talking about growing up as a child, things that we was taught, things that was put into us. And like you said, some of those things we need to get rid of. Some of those things we need to stop it. I remember that one, I don't know if it's a folk tale or what, when the cat crossed the street or something,
If it was a black cat, you make an X?
Yeah, make an X and stuff like, come on now, people.
Yeah.
So some of these things our parents, our grandparents taught us, yes, we should hold on to them. A lot of them, guys, we need to let it go so that we can continue to grow as women, empowered women, to take on the world and let people around us see. Because Anita, guys, if she had not allowed, how could she help entrepreneurs today? How could she help people make their lives better if she had sat in her mess and complained and cried and given up? So ask yourself, by me sitting here, not moving forward, how is this affecting someone else? Mm-hmm. I remember I was on a call once, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to end really quickly, but this has been a great call. I was on a call once, and the lady asked me, the host of the event asked me, she said, Marshea, what if you had the cure to cancer? Because at this time I was about to start public speaking, and I was given so many reasons for not speaking in the public. Oh, I don't want to do this. I'm Southern. I have a Southern accent. My vocabulary is not 100%. I was given 1,000 reasons for not speaking, right? Mm-hmm. And so she said to me, Marshea, what if you had the cure to cancer? How many people would live or die because you're afraid to speak? Mm-hmm. And so I ask you this question, guys. What do you have or do you own that people are waiting on, that they need, that you need to say, okay, I need to get out of my mess. I need to shake this thing off, and I need to go after it. I have been faced with this tragedy. This have been hard. She said it. She still sometimes cry now. It's painful. I lost my mother. It's painful, guys. But I know that my mother would not desire for me to sit and mourn. So, guys, I encourage you to go get. Anita, is there anything else you want to leave with our listeners and our viewers today?
I just want everyone to know to never give up. Mm. Don't ever stop. And what I didn't mention is that I'm a single mother. Mm. So, and I did all of these things as a single mother. Wow. So don't give up. Don't stop. Push. Push. P-U-S-H. Push. It's always important. And again, trust God. Mm. Trust God. Lean on God. Lean on whomever your support system is.
Wow.
Lean on them. That's how you're going to get through. That's how you're going to keep going. And, I'm a testimony.
Awesome.
I was given the test, and out of my test, I have a testimony.
Awesome. I love it. 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 Anita, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for you coming on and you sharing with our listeners, our viewers, how to overcome tragedy. I really honestly appreciate you for being transparent. You guys know this is Marshea Mayfield. I'm the host of the Empowered Queen Show. And our purpose and our mission is to empower you in every area of your life, whether it be business, health, fitness, finances, guys, we want you to walk as that empowered queen. We want you to know that God, our Father, He is the King. So therefore, you are an empowered queen. And so, guys, we see you next time. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you.